Imagine standing on an endless plain at dawn. To your left, dust rises from the earth as thousands of bronze-clad Macedonian soldiers march forward in perfect formation. Their sarissas, massive pikes nearly 20 feet long, glitter beneath the morning sun. At their head rides a man who never lost a battle, Alexander the Great. To your right, another army appears. Blue-coated infantry march in disciplined lines, while hundreds of cannons rumble into position. Cavalry officers shout orders as battle flags wave in the cold wind. Leading them is a commander who reshaped modern warfare itself, Napoleon Bonaparte. Two of history's greatest military geniuses. One battlefield, one question. Could Alexander the Great actually defeat Napoleon? At first glance, many people immediately choose Alexander. After all, he conquered most of the known world before the age of 30 and remained undefeated throughout his entire career. Others choose Napoleon, arguing that no ancient army could survive against gunpowder weapons. But history is rarely that simple. To answer this question, we first need to understand the men behind the legends. Alexander was not just a conqueror, he was a battlefield commander in the purest sense. He fought alongside his men, personally led cavalry charges, and often placed himself directly in danger. At battles like Gaugamela and Issus, Alexander repeatedly defeated enemies that vastly outnumbered him. His greatest strength was speed, aggression, and the ability to identify and exploit weaknesses at precisely the right moment. Napoleon, however, represented an entirely different evolution of warfare. Unlike Alexander, Napoleon commanded armies in an age transformed by gunpowder. He mastered logistics, artillery, rapid troop concentration, and battlefield coordination on a scale never seen before. His victories at Austerlitz, Jena, and Ulm demonstrated an extraordinary ability to destroy enemy armies before they even fully understood his intentions. Both men were military geniuses, but genius alone does not win battles. Technology matters. Imagine the battlefield. Alexander commands roughly 47,000 soldiers. His famous phalanx forms the center while elite companion cavalry wait on the flanks, ready to strike. Across the field stands Napoleon with nearly 70,000 troops, supported by dozens of cannons and thousands of musket-armed infantry. The battle begins. Alexander does what he always did. He advances. The Macedonian phalanx slowly moves forward, shields locked, pikes lowered. Companion cavalry begins sweeping toward the flanks, searching for an opening. In almost every battle Alexander ever fought, this was the moment when his enemies started to panic. But Napoleon's army is not Persian. It is not Persian cavalry. It is not frightened levies. It is one of the most disciplined military forces in history. Suddenly, Napoleon gives the order, fire. The open plain erupts. Cannons unleash devastating barrages. Solid shot tears through tightly packed Macedonian formations. Entire sections of the phalanx collapse within seconds. Still, Alexander pushes forward. He has faced impossible odds before. He believes speed can overcome firepower. As the distance closes, musket volleys begin. Rows of French infantry fire in coordinated succession. Smoke blankets the battlefield. Thousands of lead balls rip through advancing Macedonians. Yet, Alexander refuses to retreat. Seeing casualties mounting, he personally leads the companion cavalry in a desperate charge toward Napoleon's flank. For a brief moment, history seems ready to repeat itself. The cavalry charge is magnificent. Then reality intervenes. French artillery pivots. Grapeshot explodes across the charging horsemen. Men and horses fall in horrifying numbers. The charge collapses. Without cavalry superiority and under relentless artillery fire, the Macedonian army begins to disintegrate. Alexander may attempt one final assault. He may even break through isolated French positions. But eventually, technology overwhelms courage. Napoleon wins, not because he was necessarily the greater battlefield genius, but because warfare itself had evolved. No commander, not even Alexander the Great, could consistently overcome cannons, muskets, and industrial age military organization using Bronze Age tactics. Yet this conclusion should not diminish Alexander's greatness. In many ways, Alexander and Napoleon were separated not by talent, but by 2,000 years of military progress. If both men had fought with equal technology, the outcome might have been entirely different. Perhaps the most astonishing truth is this: Even after more than 2 millennia, historians and military enthusiasts still debate Alexander's place among history's greatest commanders. That alone speaks to his legacy. Napoleon may win this battle, but both men conquered history itself, and perhaps that is the greatest victory of all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, subscribe and join our growing community of history enthusiasts for more incredible stories from history.